This song from late 1968 connects 4 historic events over 100 years in the making, and I experienced each one of them personally. And to reflect that fact, I've altered the song slightly. Now, decades ago, I had it in mind to write and perform a one-man play about Abraham Lincoln. I was a lot thinner then, and I was 6'4", as Lincoln had been. So I bought a shelf full of books, including the 9 volumes of the collected works, and I read, and I read, and I read. I used to know a lot about Abraham Lincoln. Now, with this knowledge secure in my being, I rode my 18-speed up our East Coast in 1981 to see some of the natural wonders and historic sites. In Washington, D.C., I stood in the tiny room where Lincoln had been laid catty-corner across a single bed as he died, and then I went across the street to Ford's Theater where the bullet had been fired. I remember climbing the stairs to the balcony to see the presidential box. A vague sense of increasing danger made my heart beat faster and faster with every step. And by the time I got to the box, I was hyperventilating. And there in the box, a japing youth rocked in Lincoln's chair with what I took to be his girlfriend giggling in his lap. Back down the stairs I ran to the Rangers kiosk. "There's some kids in the box." "What box?" "The box where Lincoln was shot." Mr. Tuck, the student teacher of my 3rd period American history class at Tamalpais High School, returned to his podium one Friday in late 1963 after he had answered a knock on the door from fellow student John Myers. "I've just been told," he said, "the president has been shot in Texas." My next class was journalism. The entire staff of the TAM News, I was the sports editor, huddled around my transistor radio. We heard the confirmation that John Kennedy had died. After lunch, Mr. Renault tried to talk about chemistry over the sobbing throughout the room. I looked around, running mascara everywhere, chemistry untenable. We all just sat there. Buses finally arrived for those students living beyond Mill Valley. School was canceled. I walked home and was surprised to see my mom watching our old TV. She was not surprised to see me home early. She said simply, "Isn't it terrible?" My sleep pattern was permanently disrupted in 1968 when I worked 6 nights a week at a Green Bay grocery store. I slept about 3 hours in the morning, went to classes at College of Marin midday, and back to bed about 5 or 6 p.m. 56 years and 2 nights ago, I arrived at that job and was told by a coworker, "They killed your friend today." "What friend?" "King." And back to work he went as if nothing much had happened. A few weeks later, I stopped working the night shift involuntarily and tried to return to a normal sleep pattern. Late one night in early June, our family watched Robert Kennedy deliver his California primary victory speech. As he made his way off the speaker's platform, it was already past a normal bedtime. We turned off the television, and we learned about that shooting next morning. Bobby fought for his life. Signs and stickers appeared, "Pray for Bobby." 2 young strangers, each with a Kennedy sticker on his car, smiled and waved the peace sign at each other on Highway 101 at 60 miles an hour. And 26 hours after that shooting, assassination, which Lincoln had once dismissed, not an American custom, assassination sucked the last hopes out of another generation, my generation of Americans. Abraham Lincoln was 56, John Kennedy was 46, Robert Kennedy was 42, Martin Luther King Jr. was 39. Has anybody here seen my old friend Abraham? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but the good die young. I just climbed the stairs, he was gone. Has anybody here seen my old friend John? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems the good die young, die young. I just looked around, he was gone. Has anybody here seen my old friend Martin? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but you know, the good die young, die young, die young. I just laid down my head, he was gone. Didn't you love the things that they stood for? Didn't they try to find some good for you and me? And we'll be free someday soon. It's gonna be one day. Has anybody here seen my old friend Bobby? Can you tell me where he's gone? I thought I saw him walking up Mount Burdell's hill.